Here's Sam. There's Sam.
Okay, Sam can be on the video too if he wants to. Is it a he or a she?
It's a he, but he's now, Alvaro, he doesn't leave my side now. He's so scared. I'm Jennifer Risi. I am the head of the Sway Effect. The Sway Effect is a new type of agency. We're less than a year in, very much focused on bringing the best experts together at what they do. So whether you're an expert in cause or creative or brand strategy or digital transformation or PR, we bring the best expertise to our clients. One thing I've learned is through when there's crisis, it's a time for brands to shine. And it's really a time for some of the best creativity thrives in this time, and some of the best ideas come out in this time. So, it's a very challenging time, but I really do believe that we're going to come out of this stronger.
Imagine you would have to stay 40 days at home and focus on just one single thing that you would do.
Like now?
Like now. For maybe you would focus on one thing for your business or one thing for your client's business, and you can choose the client you wanna use for the example. What would that be? What would that one thing that you would be doing?
I would say the one thing that we would be doing is just trying to help our clients navigate every day. I mean, being a PR communications expert, I don't think there's one thing I can say I'm going to do, because right now everything changes every day. Not only every day, every minute. So based on that, we have to be agile, we have to be adaptable, we have to be able to rise to the occasion and be on call pretty much all the time, because the news cycle that we're helping our clients to navigate is 24/7. So I would say what we're doing right now is being the best partners that we can be. And I think that, right now there's no playbook, there's no script. And so we're kind of figuring it out as we go, because we've never seen a time like this before. We're making it up as we go along. You and I have talked about this a lot, even before this pandemic came to the world. But you and I have talked about the importance of creativity and the importance of digital transformation and machine learning. And now is the time to really look outside the box, bring new and different ideas to brands.
What would be your advice, your tips for businesses right now in travel and tourism?
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say one of our clients is the World Travel and Tourism Council. I do a lot of global media relations work for Gloria Guevara, their CEO, and the organization overall. And I'm working very closely with the U.S. Travel Association to help manage the news cycle in the U.S., because I'm based obviously in New York, and there's a lot of stuff happening here that's very, very real time. As we know, the president gives an address every day here, and the stimulus package just got approved by the House, and it's going to go hopefully next to the president for signature. And that stimulus package is just the first of probably many. The first one is not going to be enough. But back to your question, what I've seen specifically in travel and also other industries, now is not the time to retreat. I mean, now is the time to honestly stay the course, obviously adjust your message, because this is about humanity. This is about people. You can't really be too salesy right now. You have to be, when have we ever seen the world come together around a specific moment like we are right now? So we're all in this together, but I really do believe that brands should not pull back. Brands need to stay the course. They need to adjust their message. They need to figure out how they can contribute to the greater good and help their customers. Because in all honesty, if they scale back right now and they retreat, it's a mistake, because from my experience, through every crisis is an opportunity to emerge stronger and to have better relationships with your customers, have new customers. And in times like this, people remember how you made them feel. It's not just about, what you do, it's how you make them feel, because everyone is feeling a little vulnerable right now.
As soon as this is over, and we don't know when that's going to be, but at that point, every destination is going to start communicating again, let's say, if they paused, right? So it's like a marathon, and they're all standing there and waiting for someone to let them go, and they will all run at the same moment. So what would you think? What would you say about differentiation?
I think you have to be authentic to who you are as a brand. And I think you need to you got to double down on who you are and don't try to be something that you're not. I mean, I think that there are destinations all over the world that people go to because they know what they are. I think people just need to continue to tell the story of their brand and why their destination is unique. And just, as I said before, double down on like who you are and telling people who you are and engage them with where they are, whether it be in social media or whether it be like when you're actually like, I don't know, but we can't go out anymore. So we're literally confined to social, digital, everything. So that's right up your alley, Alvaro. So it's like, it's very interesting to me that, you know, people have asked me, how do you differentiate your brand right now? And I think my point is I can't even think about that because I'm seeing how all the big brands are struggling right now. And I'm just trying to help them, give them counsel to survive so that they can actually figure out how they're going to reconnect with their consumers. I mean, I don't know if you saw Arnie Sorensen's video from Marriott, but that's a leader that really
Amazing.
talked about it was amazing, and talk about connection, talk about the fact that he couldn't get over what he had to tell his people and some of the hotels that might never open again. I mean, that's amazing leadership. I think leaders that go out and just talk about stats or job loss or whatever, I mean, you need to have that human connection. I mean, that's hopefully what this is going to get us to a place of, is more connection around the world, more a greater sense of humanity, and people being there for each other. I mean, I walk around New York City now, or I go for a run in the city, and people now are smiling. People are now like looking up and going like this to you. Like, that doesn't happen. And I hope that that doesn't go away, because I think this has hopefully gotten us all to a place of realizing, you know, a lot of the things we took for granted, we can't. Right.
Do you want to share with us like a good example of a brand that did, maybe during COVID-19 or maybe in a different crisis, that did like something that you said, this is a good thing?
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to a bunch of my current clients right now. I know we talked about travel, and WTTC is one of my clients, but I've watched a bunch of my clients step up. So one of my clients is Beck and Dickinson. They're a Fortune 200 med tech company. They have been talking about increasing testing capacity in the United States, and that I felt very vested in promoting that message because it's obviously going to help a lot of people. Then there's a company called Appian, which is a tech player out of Virginia that honestly created an app called the COVID-19 app, which basically is an app that any company can have, and the CEO is giving it away for free, which any company in the world can manage their population and manage communications of who has COVID-19 and who doesn't. And you know, as a workforce that's pretty large, you can't really write in like who has COVID-19 if you're more than 50 people. So you need an application to actually manage your workforce during this time, and they gave that away for free, and that was something I was proud to be a part of as well. And then I have another client, which is called Betches, very different than those others, but they're a millennial media company, and they created a whole slate of programming called Quarantainment, which they literally are creating initial like original programming to keep people entertained and give them an escape. And you know, people need that right now. And it's so I'm watching all of these brands step up and do their part and do really different things that makes me proud to kind of help. And the fact that I haven't slept in a couple of weeks, it's like, it's okay, because I'm actually helping the greater good right now, not just help a company make more money. I'm helping them actually give back to the world. It means a lot.
And all these three examples that you gave are actions, right? Like the companies are doing something and you're helping them communicate that. It's not like they're crafting a message, but they're actually crafting an action, and then it becomes a message.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think people who know me know I'm a pretty straight shooter. I mean, there's been plenty of brands that have come to me and said, I want to get out and do XYZ right now. And I've said, well, you have no story because the world is dominated by this. So no. Or I've had brands who want to take advantage and use it for an opportunistic reason, and I've said no too. I mean, I think now is also a time to align to brands that also share your values as an agency. So I think, to me, I've seen a lot of people step up. I've seen a lot of people do the right thing, which has made me proud and proud to be a part of it. And I think, you know, we're just in the thick of it right now. I mean, we hope we're going to all get out of here soon, but I just hope we have a summer at this point.
We will. So I wanted to ask you, but I think you already said it, what you would say they should absolutely not do. You want to add something else besides what you already said?
They should not retreat, and they should not make it transactional. They need to actually focus on the emotions of people and actually focus on being good corporate citizens. I would say the big thing I would want to close with is just, this is a time for us all to work together. It's a time for us all to partner. It's a time for all of us to collaborate, and it's a time for us to honestly, to shine, to step up, to really help solve some of the biggest problems happening around the world and do what we do best. And honestly, we're all in this together. And what I'm hoping is that from this situation that we're going to actually learn something and hopefully come out of this stronger.